bad enough just listening to part of it. You know, I shouldn't say it bad enough. Some was worthwhile, some of it ain't.
Okay, it's live.
Let's call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Beginning, I'll start the meeting. So welcome new board members, Dave and Max. The first item we need to do is appoint a board chair.
How do we go about that?
I guess this is my first time doing it, so I don't know if you guys want to throw a name out there.
Somebody make a motion for
Yep.
the chair, and then somebody make a motion for the vice chair.
Okay. I'll nominate Karen for chairman. How's that?
Tim, you said?
Karen.
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 Second.
You said you needed it like a regular. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim?
No.
Dave?
Yes.
Yes.
Any further discussion? Okay. So Karen will be the board chair. And for the vice chair.
Nominate Tim.
Second.
I'm good with that.
Bill?
No.
So Tim will be the vice chair. So from here on out, Karen, I will turn the meeting over to you.
Okay. Any additions and deletions to the agenda? Okay. Do we want to throw out there, I don't know if we got it, to change out, we were discussing changing possibly the days of our meeting.
It is
I
on
think that's
there.
on
It's
there.
on
It's
there.
on there
just like
somewhere.
that.
Gotta set our
I
board
thought I
meeting.
seen it
It's
on
under
there
new-
yesterday.
New business,
New
item
business.
1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Regular board meeting dates, okay, because I knew I seen it on there and then I didn't. All right, approval of minutes. Did everybody get a chance to go through them?
And you'll see that the
Yep.
chairman, I left it blank until you guys nominated. I'll handwrite that in.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second, Kayla.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Kayla fund balance report.
Alright. So our beginning cash balance for the month was $428,667.94. We did get some more township money. Our MTF money finally showed up before I sent the packets. So our deposits were $815,802.74. Our charges were all normal, HRAs, EP, payroll, and MERS, for a total of $504,245 even. Leaving our ending cash balance at $740,225.68. Also with the deposits, I gave you guys a handout from CRASIF. That's from our workers' comp. That was money that we got back from our audit. That $45,000 that you'll see in your packet.
Are we hearing anything about this year on MTF funds?
We got the layout. It's not really any less than last year. It's a little bit more, but it wasn't what they originally had planned for it, so it did come down a little bit.
I just heard them projecting on TV the other night that there was gonna be some cuts maybe to fire and police and school, and I thought, well, we gotta be on that list also, so.
Yeah, it took a while for those funds. I checked pretty much every day in December.
Okay.
And it never came through, and then the website finally showed it for December 21st, which I know it was not there on that day. But I'll keep a lookout, and if I see it starting to, I'll let you guys know if I see it continuously.
I just think there's gonna be a correction somewhere, it's gotta be, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Approval of accounts payable. Did you find out, David? Was that for sure? Kayla, do you know where Jay's,
Yes, that
was that Jack's?
yes, that was
Okay,
Jack's.
it was.
Yep, we had to ask them to allow him to, because they had a cutoff date, so that's what that was.
That grader repairs and rental, that's insurance, right?
Yep, we're gonna be getting around 80,000 back out of all the repairs that we paid over the
Okay.
months.
That was the one that got hit.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion, we pay him.
I'll second it.
Matt?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, public comment. We have nobody from the public. So we'll go on to old and continuing business. Regular board meeting dates.
I'd kinda like to see them set for a different day, but
What day?
that's, it don't matter, Tuesday, Thursday.
Why?
Just
So you can attend uptown?
Yep, I'd like to go to that meeting if I could.
Which meeting is that?
The
BOC.
board BOCs. That way
Or
they can come here too.
Yeah, theirs is the same time, same
Yeah.
days.
I don't know. It,
And
you know,
I'm a fan, I mean, personally, I don't understand the two, but I'm okay if we've gotta have two, but I'm a fan of having, one at 8 AM and one at 6 PM to allow the public to attend if they choose. I don't personally like the two at 9 AM, I think that cuts out a lot of people, and
well, we did that for a while and it didn't really work back when,
Well, it did work in a sense because we did have people show up, but the problem is with this COVID thing going on, as you can tell, we have very little interest in people interacting with the public, right? So, I'm open to the idea, but I don't know if this is the time.
and to be honest, a lot of people aren't gonna come
Right.
regardless, but they use the 9 AM as an excuse why they
Exactly.
can't make
Right.
it. So if we do 8 AM and we do 6,
And the last thing we discussed was staff.
Yeah, we
staying
gotta
till
pay staff
6.
overtime.
Didn't we talk about that last
We have to
year?
pay overtime.
To overtime
to
for
have
the
that meeting.
staff to be
Yeah.
here.
But
That was the other
it's pretty
thing.
insignificant. I don't know if Dwayne can shift and Kayla or however that works, if you can shift hours, I don't know, but.
Like to come in a little bit later or what, we could even have it, not necessarily 6, maybe even 5:30.
absolutely.
You
well,
know.
right, yeah, I don't care about that. Like Tim's saying though, could we maybe table it till the COVID restrictions come off and then revisit our meeting
I think
dates?
that would be best, because we're not gonna have
I'm
any.
fine with that.
I
It would
mean-
be good to have a shift though in them though.
When everything
Right,
comes
I
off,
agree on the shift part,
Yeah.
because if one budget's going with the other budget, we
And
need
that's just,
to focus interest on
When you say
protecting
shifting,
our
you shift.
area.
well, nighttime,
Shift
daytime.
to,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
shift our days.
So let's establish two things. We got one, if you guys wanna push back the evening meeting, I think we should until the COVID's over. Two is, the shift the dates and stagger them somehow to make it,
Thursday
accessible.
would be fine with me.
All right,
I'm
so
good with that too.
I'm good
If
with
we wanna, do we wanna vote on just changing
Well,
the
let's just-
day
Let's
right
just
now?
change the day right now, if it's already.
And then we'll
Thursday's
discuss-
fine with me, but
I-
Thursday
How
morning,
are you,
same
Dave?
at 9 o'clock in the morning.
With,
Let's
I'm good,
just,
it doesn't
let's
matter.
change now
and then
to
when
Thursday
COVID's
at
over.
9, both meetings, first and third, 9. And then, one thing you'll have to consider as well is, in your evening meetings, you're gonna have an interference with your townships if you wanna attend those. So,
A lot of them are at 6 or 7, so if we get out of here
Right.
on, if we.
Yeah, most of them, I think there was one at 6:30, I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah, one of them's earlier.
You know,
and
I
then the
brought
other
that
seems
sheet
like-
with me too somewhere.
I make a motion, we change the dates to Thursday morning, 9 o'clock,
Did you
first
have
and third.
discussion?
I was gonna ask if we could make it 8 AM on Thursday, if we're gonna go to Thursday, if we can move to 8 AM.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I don't mind
I'm
with me,
fine.
guys.
You guys fine with it?
I'm here at 6.
This is the township meeting schedule right here.
Yeah,
I think, she sent you that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Surrey meets at 6 o'clock in the evening, and the cities all meet at 6. Other than that, Franklin meets at 6:30.
Yeah, so is everybody go to Thursday?
I'm
8
fine
a.m.
with
I make
Thursday.
a motion, we change the times, until the COVID thing blows over, to 8 o'clock, both meetings.
First and third.
Yeah.
First
Yeah,
and
that's
third
fine.
Thursday.
Then we can revisit it when the restrictions come off if we want to go to tonight.
Support.
I'm good with that.
I'm good. I guess Dwayne then be thinking of admin staff on times, what could be done in the meantime for one evening appointment.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
I'd rather have them in the morning, but that's just
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Well, I know they did it before, and
It's been
it's been years
And
ago.
years
when
ago,
when
but-
we initiated that and started it, we had pretty good turnout, and then as years went on, it was just like this.
Yep.
So,
Well,
We
with,
can-
with public comment early on in the agenda and an 8 a.m. meeting, most people can't argue too much with that. I mean, school teachers and other things, but
True, true. I mean,
while we're on that subject, and it may be off subject, but last year we did a job for Surrey Township 2 years ago, and we deferred the payment. Was that ever captured or carried over? Did we capture that, or was it lost in the shuffle?
No, we got paid for that.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
He's talking about Surrey Road,
The ditching.
Yeah.
the ditch.
on the, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a project we did that,
North Road,
excuse me?
North Road was the
Yes.
last project. They paid for one, I billed them for the other part of it.
Beautiful, I just wanna make sure,
Yeah.
well, I was thinking
We
that
just
was
haven't-
captured,
yeah,
'cause I know
they're-
we deferred
Yep.
because they were short, right?
Yep, they're on my list because they haven't paid it.
As long as you
in
haven't
the time
captured that,
I
that's all I
sent
care
the
about.
invoice, So they're gonna get another notice.
That's all I care about, thank you.
Okay, are we good to move on?
Yep.
Appointment of officer, finance director, and board secretary.
In the past, it looked like you guys
Don't you just automatically
just
have that?
did a motion. You guys just did a motion to appoint me. They said
Yep.
with him signing his agreement, you don't do it for him.
Yeah, so we just need a motion for that.
I'll make a motion, appoint Kayla,
I
for
sec-
finance director and
Second.
board secretary.
Second.
Support.
support.
Unless you want it, Dave. Okay.
Which Dave? You gotta do
which
one.
Dave
I
you
know,
talking
yeah.
You gotta do one and two
You
now.
guys can find it out.
the Dave Surrey agreement.
Yep.
The Dave all back said no, and the Dave on front said it should be.
Yeah, this is the
All right, 2021 IRS millage rate, 56
Yeah,
cents
it went
a
down.
mile. What
It
was
went down.
I-
It was 0.585 last year.
Oh,
So it went
all
down.
this time I thought it was 56 cents. All right, 2021 cash budget. We looking to do a workshop?
Yeah, I pretty much have it ready. So whenever you guys want to meet on it.
Yeah, do we wanna do it at the next board meeting or have a separate meeting?
Go ahead, Max.
Let's
My
do it.
opinion is let's do it right after the meeting.
There you go. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Or 2 weeks.
works for me.
If she's ready, if you're ready, let's do it right after the meeting.
Okay.
Saves us a trip.
That's the next Thursday.
When is it, Thursday the,
I'm sure it's good.
It'll be January 20th.
Yep, I'm good.
so we'll do a workshop on the 20th.
What am I?
21st. Gonna be on
Is that what
Oh
it is,
yeah, sorry,
21st?
21st because it's a
yeah.
Thursday. Sorry.
We'll see who shows up on Wednesday now. All right, number 5, auditors scheduled.
They will be here starting Monday. Monday the 11th.
Let the fun begin.
Yeah.
Be
We're
here
pretty
for-
much ready. I have a couple things I still have to finish, but
Oh, good.
You're in good shape.
a lot of work done in a couple months to be ready. So
How long does that normally take?
they'll be here for the 3 days, and then if they need stuff, it'll just be through. They have a Dropbox, so it's a secure Dropbox. I would just upload everything to him if there was things that were missing.
And that's basically the budget.
Yep, and then
They
he.
oversee last year's budget.
Yep, and then he'll come to a meeting probably, I would assume in February to
And he
talk to you
presents
guys about it.
everything to us.
Yep.
That they found.
Yep.
Is that through the state then, or
The audit?
Anderson's, isn't
it's
it?
a
Yeah.
private?
Yep, it's a
Uh-huh.
private.
He's
firm.
been doing it for a
Okay.
long time though, hasn't he?
I see.
Years and years,
Yeah.
forever, since 20 years I know of, so.
Good.
And he does a lot of road commissions, that's his job, and
Yeah.
he does a good job, yeah.
He does
He had a whole
good
lake or something.
explanation.
Roscoe.
Moscow, yeah.
All right, as needed contracts.
That's the packet you guys have following
Okay.
the agenda.
So last year we had hired TEG, SSI, and Spicer Group. TEG and SSI agreed to extend their contract another year at about same prices and same agreement. So it's just it's the same agreement as last year, they just changed the date to 2021. So, and then Spicer Group is basically the same. They did change a few of their rates,
It
but
should be the last page.
it's not really affecting anything we do, so.
I see the little marks beside the,
Yeah, those are the ones that are different.
okay.
But they, like, the year before, they just had a construction manager at $160 an hour, but now they've made a construction manager one,
Two.
and a two. So that's pretty much kind of what they,
How much did you use them last year?
who,
SSI, is that what you're talking about?
no,
Spicer.
Spicer.
Or how much did you use them? Some?
I have to look.
It was on and off, it wasn't,
Just whenever you
I
needed
don't
them?
think it was very
Yeah,
much,
they
was
helped
it?
us out big time on Vandecar because we had to do a hydraulic analysis for that dam project, and so we used them on that one. SSI's been doing quite a bit with us, and TG's are the guy I go to for our bridge stuff, so.
What do you need from us?
I would just like to extend all three of those for 2021 season.
I make a motion, we extend all the contracts for 2021.
I'll support.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm looking at these hourly rates, thinking I went to college for the wrong thing.
No, they only get $12 an hour.
Yeah.
They only work 2 days a year, too.
Yeah.
We hope, we hope. Yeah, you look at some of them, wow, anyway.
All right, correspondence, staff reports. David, you're up.
David. Basically just update you guys, and the guys are doing a great job with the moving snow, the storms that we had. We had ice. The 4 new guys that haven't went through a winter yet are doing great, to be honest with you. So, other than that, we've had tree crews out from the storm, the heavy snow, had trees down everywhere. We got all that cleaned up, and as far as the bridge on Tobacco, we've got guys there today trying to get some of that snow out there so we can continue working on that. Thursday and Friday, we're gonna try to keep backfilling that, doing it in lifts, obviously because of the snow and stuff, so. But other than that, the guys are doing a great job. Welcome Dave and Max, everybody.
All right, Dwayne.
Maintenance guys have been doing great. They're plowing, and so Cedars, yeah, we're just mainly a dirt work left on the Cedar Road Bridge, so hopefully we'll put a dent in that.
Yeah, the storms didn't help.
Dave and Al have been working on getting our stuff ready for this year.
The list?
Yeah, how many, we have, 5 contracts signed so far for gravel projects?
4.
4?
I have 4 right now, but I have 10 or 11 of them sent out. I think a lot of them were waiting, the township supervisors are waiting to propose it to their board after the first of the year. So I'm kind of waiting on that, but I don't look for anything to not be signed, to be honest with you. So I think we'll have our plate full this year.
Yeah, we got, he's got some bids out for tree cutting already on the contracts we have signed, so we can get those going this winter. Al's got his paving and chip seal plan pretty much in place. We're working on our federal program for 2021 to pave Surrey and something else, so.
Twin Lakes.
Twin Lakes. Little hiccup with that one, but we're working it out, so. We're shooting for the May letting on that one.
What chunk of Twin Lakes?
North of 61,
Oh, okay.
between there and
Reading.
Forest
Yeah.
Road.
There's 2 mile in Reading and 1 in Winterfield.
Yeah, okay, it goes all the way across, that's why I was,
Yeah.
Goes up to Forest Road.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty old pavement there.
Yeah, it's 3 miles, I believe, total.
It'd be nice. We're gonna widen the shoulders on Surrey Road
I was gonna
through
say,
the
yeah,
curves.
that
so-
to the curve, that's a good idea, that's, I tell
Yeah,
you,
that place.
ever since that was mentioned, you drive by there, and, I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing you can do about it, it's been
Uh-huh.
like that for years, and lucky no one's been hurt. So,
12-foot lane in a 6-foot car, you still,
Right.
you know, that's the way it is.
right, but yeah, that definitely needs to be done.
Al's working on Eagle permit for Surrey Road. We're gonna replace the culvert there. That's just west of the overpasses there a little ways.
Yeah, it's actually, you know where Tax Pros is?
Yeah,
Yeah, right there. We're gonna try and get that one replaced before we pave the road.
just west of where Smitty used to live.
Correct.
And then
That's a
we're-
narrow
and-
one,
Yeah, we're gonna widen it out.
Should, it's a busy road.
And a permit for Mostetler's moving along, replacing that bridge.
Finally.
And he's working on a culvert replacement on Jackson Road, so. That's what he's got going on there.
Winterfield?
Yes.
That's in Greenwood.
Is it, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Up there just behind north of Kitty Curtis Farms there.
Yep.
How many bridge replacements are we thinking in 2021? Bridge, I'm talking bridge,
Ask
not
us in
culverts.
December.
Yeah, ask us that.
Well, Mostetler Bridge is, I'm planning on replacing that one. The Surrey Road is a culvert now, but it's probably gonna end up a bridge after Eagle gets done.
Maybe like the one, like the thing we
Like
did on
Cedar.
tobacco, or
Yeah.
Cedar, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Jackson's a culvert, so.
Well,
How many bridges do we have in addition on the state's important
40.
bridge list?
42, I believe.
How many of those should we approach Wentworth about? And, really try to get some of those on the urgent list.
So, out of 42 bridges, we only have 2 critical.
Okay.
Mostetler
That's
will
really
be
far.
gone this year. That leaves us Brand Road.
Okay.
I applied for funding for 2023 and we didn't get it. So,
Did we get the one for, we only got a little bit from Mostetler, didn't we? Or did-
Mostetler, we have $100,000 through Eagle.
Okay.
Brand, I applied through the MDOT. Every year you apply for funding through the Bridge Council for state funding. We got, Brand was a replacement, and you have to do the estimate based on like a contractor estimate. There's like a spreadsheet MDOT gives you to fill out. So I mean, it was like 600,000 to replace Brand Road. That's just south of Man Siding there, just off Man Siding. And then they rate it, but Midland had like 7 bridges they got money for due to the flooding and everything, I'm
Yeah.
sure. And
But I know he
I
wanted
think with
more
our
money for-
ADT on Brand Road and the price to replace it, we didn't fit the criteria this time around, so.
I know he was hoping for more money for Mostetler because he wanted to do something different.
That's where I think we'll see the cuts,
It would have been,
the projects like that.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
something that people haven't done. I don't know if Dave has heard
Yeah.
what you wanted to
Yeah,
do.
I
Did you?
have. Yeah,
Okay.
we've gone over that.
Yeah, that's,
So-
we're getting some stuff done.
So can you, before I make this next question, Farwell, where are we at on that bridge, dam?
Thanks.
So.
It's been like,
Yeah, it got let in October. The contractor wanted to start November. We went out to the site, there's consumers' lines everywhere in the way,
Mhm.
so that's where we're at. Consumers survey crew's supposed to be, they're supposed to be out on site this week.
Okay.
And then me and Kayla have been working on, cause we're gonna have to get some more easements, only for the overhead.
Mhm.
The poles will
3
be.
properties.
The poles will be in our easement that we have now, but because the wires will run kind of on an angle across someone's property, we have to purchase additional easement, so.
One of them I have to go up after the meeting and get a death certificate, cause the one homeowner no longer is alive.
So are they going, is Surrey going in with us, like, cause everything's been
The
shared
The
with them?
villages. The
The
villages.
villages,
Village.
yeah,
I've been trying,
Okay.
I just sent them a bill for, engineering fees.
okay, for the, but for purchasing the easement?
So the
Yeah,
reason-
hopefully it's, like $1 or something, you know what
Okay.
I mean? It's not really affecting everything, it's
Alright,
just the
good.
paperwork that we have to do.
Okay,
So the reason I'm asking, can you, do a write-up and send these three, Brand, Mosteller, and that village issue to Speaker Wentworth's office,
Just an update.
asking for assistance? The Speaker, the Senate Majority Leader, and the Governor are the three that control the budget. We have the Speaker in our district now.
But what are you saying as far as?
Just,
assistance?
just ask for assistance on those, especially everything that has to do with the village, that dam. That's an absolute no-brainer. With everything that happened in the spring with the flooding,
Oh, right.
that one's an absolute no-brainer. The state would step up and help in an instant, I
Well,
believe.
that one we have federal funding for though, already.
Is it
Yeah, it's
completely
been-
funded as far as the village and everything is concerned? No.
No, but our portion isn't that big, is it?
I think it's
that was like,
it's,
when did we vote
it's
on that?
under
2 years,
200
was it
it's
last year or
under
2
200.
years ago?
We've been working on it for 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
What's the village's?
It's split
So-
50-50.
Yeah,
I believe it's
I was
190
excited to get it
each.
done and it's just.
It's been going
I
on
know,
since
it's been
I
going
started at
on
the
for a long
village
time.
in 2016.
And with the village, that's a significant amount for the village.
Yes.
I'd like to,
Mhm.
I believe that if you reach out and ask for assistance from his office on these three, I think we'll see some assistance. I know the budget's gonna be tight this year, but the governor was all about fixing bridges. There's a lot of things in there, and with dams and things like that, this is gonna be tough to not help us with these, especially, with the amount of money this is gonna hit the village as well. So I think if you could do a little write-up on each of those, get that to his office as soon as possible, because they're gonna be working through those budgets right now. I think there's a good shot that we get some serious assistance on those three.
Is he still holding his town halls? Or his, weekly meeting or monthly meeting, excuse me?
I don't know. I know he was.
Yeah.
With him being Speaker of the House now, I don't know how he's going to make a lot of those. But
I haven't seen it in the paper recently, cause they were holding them there in Clare at that one, the one bar there, I can't think of the name of it. Then they were out
Time
there.
Out Tavern?
Yeah,
Yes.
they were holding them there, but I haven't seen it recently, I just was wondering.
yeah, and I think with COVID and things, I think
Yeah,
they changed
okay,
that.
well, yeah, everything's
The
closed.
restaurant's
Yeah,
not
but
even-
the nice thing, again, he's in district.
Yeah.
Being Speaker now, it's crazy. He's done a lot, but he's in district. Obviously, living here, he'll meet with any of us pretty much any day.
Okay.
Just reach out to the office.
What about the Cedar Road Bridge? Would it be something?
Yeah,
possibly with that as well?
Absolutely, yeah.
That was washed out
Yeah,
because of
yes,
the flood.
From the flood, yeah.
Absolutely. No, and this is, Dwayne and I have talked about some other opportunities that are gonna come up in the next year, but I think we need to start with these bridges, especially the ones that are on water.
Sure.
That's gonna be important to the state, going forward as well, so.
All right,
Yeah, so our radios are in already.
Wow.
Dave put together, worked with Jerry and the state, we got our templates, how we, I think, want them, right? Also?
Yeah, and I submitted, approval, I submitted them all to the state to get their approval on us being on their call
Frequency.
ID, their frequencies.
Yeah.
So, and basically, we're gonna have 5 of our radios that can coordinate with those. There's no sense in all the guys being able to talk to them,
Right.
but it'll be nice to communicate between our local, Mount Pleasant Garage and the Bay Area.
Right in county, like Gladwin County, your neighboring counties is gonna be really,
Yeah, we should be able to, all the caller IDs and all
yeah,
that.
that should be a real asset.
Group ID numbers and stuff, so these radios do a lot more than the ones we have now,
Yeah.
so.
we needed it.
Especially being able to talk on them.
Talking's a good thing on them, yeah.
So now we just
Wasn't
gotta
even
wait,
happening.
we'll have to wait for the template to get built and activated and then Crouch will install them and so, I don't.
Well, it's moving
I've heard
faster than,
I heard a couple months.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
And
I'm
they
not
said this,
sure.
the holdup is with the state and obviously with the COVID and all that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 2 months. It could be even more than that, but I talked to the MDOT guy and he said they're cause everybody's getting new radios, and wanna add groups, talk groups and stuff like that, so. The more they add, the further behind they get, and a lot of them aren't even in office right now, they're just working from home, so the state is. We're at their mercy until we get that.
Yeah, good.
Can you catch me about that when you're done, when we're done with this? Sure.
New grader will be here tomorrow,
Cool.
so that's exciting. Gertie will be gone.
Oh my God, should we hold a party? I'm calling Dave Wright.
Did you run that one?
Yeah, Dave Wright run that one. That was his first, that was
Maybe
his
we
last
should take it out to
grader.
Dave's house.
Yeah, that was his last grader. Yeah, bury it in that pit.
Yep. Have a little ceremony.
Yeah.
And you have on this, budget workshop, your wish list for equipment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they started wiring the gray barn
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
this week. Dave's got a quote, so we've got the heating and everything's agreed, we got quotes, contractors on board. We just gotta wait on the gas company to run gas to the building.
I'm amazing that you got somebody that quick to even do it, as behind as they are on stuff.
Yeah, they actually said within 10 to 14 days they should be here.
Oh,
Wow.
The
Like
gas.
I said, we got, the quote was awarded to, Heckman Electric to do the electric, and then, AccuAir is doing the heating, and, Three Lakes Foam is gonna come in and do the insulation. And now we're just, as soon as DTE can get in here and do the gas, we'll be doing great, and then obviously we'll have to do concrete in the spring, but yeah, it's coming along a lot
Good.
faster than I thought.
Nice.
I think that's about it. The apprenticeship is moving forward still. They got turned in the final draft for our appendix, and then that's gonna be going to Department of Labor, so hopefully we get that going too.
I see Mid got some money for interns.
We did last year.
Mid just got a
They
federal
got their
grant
deal.
for some more interns if you need. I think they got like $185 or $175 or $185,000 for interns in the Fed.
Yeah, I should maybe by February or March start looking into getting summer help lined up. So,
That it for us, Dwayne?
I think so.
All right.
Couple other questions for you, Dwayne. Sorry, maybe
Go ahead.
pain the first week here. Can you reach out to somebody like ProTech Cabling or whoever around here and see if they can run this camera system and just put it up so that it's not draped through and on the chairs and stuff?
Yep.
I want to understand tree work better. I see the cost that we've paid, again, this cycle for tree work. And I know in the winter, when we don't always have storms, I know there's always things to do, but, when we don't always have storms, there should be some downtime for the guys. And I know we've got these great chippers and everything else. What do we need to do to start doing more of this tree work ourselves in the winter?
That's our plan, really. I mean, some of the projects, the trees we can't handle. Just physically, it's not what we want to get into. We're not a tree company, so. But some of the jobs where the trees are smaller and we feel like we can handle them, we're gonna do that ourselves, in-house.
Yeah, I think you guys were all out cutting them the other day.
Yeah, what we
They're out cutting
normally
trees
do
today.
is if we have a tree that's a safety issue and our guys can handle it, we'll just take care of that. If it's something our guys, it's out of their league, basically, we'll call in a tree company and we'll have it taken care of. But what we normally do is on downtime during this winter times, when everything's froze up and we don't have any winter event, that's what we'll do. We'll put together a couple tree crews and they go out and clear certain sections of areas just to give them work during the winter time, because they obviously can't blade roads because they're frozen and there isn't any snow to take care of. So there's plenty of tree work to do, and that's our plan, is to have them go tackle some of these safety concerns and stuff like that. So.
And on projects, it's a 50-50 split, so, if we bid it out and it's $8,000, it's $4,000, it's not, we can't do it for $4,000.
It's the efficiencies. I mean, you hire a private firm and they can do it for a third of the price that we can do it in-house.
Sure.
So,
And they got
the
equipment we
safety
don't,
issue.
they got equipment we don't have, like a bucket truck, if it requires it coming down.
And I
you know.
understand that. My concern is just, you know, a lot of the maintenance tree work
No.
more than anything else that appears to be needed all over the county, you know, as well as one of my biggest concerns is there's trees, I know a lot over in this area, that are in the ditch, and there's a couple safety concerns that I'll point out as well. Where we're dropping a tree and we're leaving big logs in the ditches, which is gonna erode our ditches, gonna do other things. I'd like to make sure we're getting that stuff out of the,
And normally, that's what we'll do, we'll go back when we can actually reach that and get it out of there. You know, but I've been working with MDOT as well, and MDOT feels the same way. They don't like the logs left there for safety issues, not to mention it does plug up the drainage issues, and it's a hazard, it's a road hazard. So that's what we'll do too, is when we can get down in there. If we can get it out of there and chip it, we do. So, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it, make sure we get it all out of there after we're done, whatever we can get, you know, go back and get it out of there.
And we talked about that, maybe coming up with some kind of tracking system for that type of stuff. Cause you gotta remember, a lot of times, when you see that in the ditch or whatever, that tree fell in the road at like 1 in the morning or something.
yeah.
And our guys cut it, and to get the road open, that's the main goal, not to sit out there at 2 in the morning and chip up a tree on overtime,
That's
you know
a
what I
very
mean?
good point.
So-
of course. Yeah. No, and I understand if it takes some time to even get it, I just, that tracking system would be great if we,
Yeah.
if we make sure they're getting taken care
Yeah,
of.
if they leave one, maybe we need to have a board or something where we can, on a slow day, go back and hit certain spots.
And that's up to, you know, we try to leave that up to the guys in their areas too, if they see something like that, to write it down. And that goes with the foremen too, if they're out and about, they see that, to write it down, and we can put together a tree list, and we make sure we go back and get that, so.
That's it, thank you.
Good, Dave? All right, commissioner reports. Max? Bill?
I talked to a few supervisors, yesterday, matter of fact, and one day before. They're pleased with what's going on. I got a Supervisor Al Hauser said to give these all a pat on the back. Thinks everything is really going well, and he said not too hard of a pat, but just give you a pat on the back. So I'm gonna, and that everybody's, still half closed, some of them semi-open, to attend townships meetings. I've been just calling them, so. Some of them.
Did any of them have any idea when they were gonna, did you get any?
No,
where-
they're all still waffling. They're thinking things are gonna open up mid-January a little bit more. They don't know,
Yeah,
you know?
probably not.
No.
Jim?
Good.
Dave?
I think, is it Matthew Bodnar? From
Bodnar,
Arthur? Yes.
Mhm.
Did he find out about his billing? He had asked me, in passing, we caught up with each other, and he said something about they thought they were paying for it monthly, the last project, and then all of a sudden they got a big bill that said it's due now, and he said, well, we didn't know we were gonna pay this monthly, and so there was just some confusion.
Now, what I believe that was is, normally what townships do is they'll end up paying it after the job's completed. This one was actually
Say that
halted
again?
for the winter, so we actually just billed them for what we had done up to that point.
I have your
And then when we
folder.
finish the job, you'll be billed
Send your,
after.
now I can't find
You know what I mean?
it.
I think it was
I don't
something
have it, though.
he wasn't expecting, maybe we should have communicated that a little bit better, but that's what happened, is we got to the winter and actually just stopped where we were at, and billed them up, Taylor sent a bill from what we did up to
Yeah,
that.
it was only half of what they've done so far. It's everything basically but the gravel, I think.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of Matt.
Okay, yeah.
I talk to him all the time, so I'll make sure he's clear on that.
Yeah, and it wasn't a big deal, he just didn't understand that.
Yes, that's fine, I'll get a
Okay,
hold of him.
thanks.
He was only billed for the one project. The other project, the tree cutting that you see for after, that one actually didn't really start yet, so we didn't bill him yet for that.
That's it.
Anything else, guys? Looks like we can adjourn the meeting.
Hey. I make a motion to adjourn.
Second, third.
No, I had your folder, Tim, and now I can't find it.
You don't have it at all, eh?